Hey, Airsoft Warrior Store here, and today I have a great comparison and contrast for you beginner to lower intermediate players out there who are looking to either buy a different rifle or ones out there who are just getting into the sport that want a rifle and want to try and figure out what would work best for them. Now, this is generally just kind of a compare and contrast between what they have to offer as far as their gameplay goes. These rifles are very similar in the fact they shoot very similarly, they're very evenly weighed, and the price is the same too as well. Both these retail for $149.99. You have the G&G CM16L, and you have the Valken Battle Machine Mod L. Again, they both retail for $149.99, so price is the same. And we're just gonna go over a few little things that separate them from each other, and not really negative way, but in a way that maybe your gameplay is this style and you want to stick with this, or maybe it's this way and this would work better for you. First up, we're gonna go with the sights. Now, if you notice here on the G&G, you have the fixed rear sight that is removable, but fixed as in it doesn't fold, and the fixed front A-frame sight post that is not foldable, not removable at all. Down here on the Valken, you have the front and rear foldable and removable front and rear sights. Now, what that offers you is a more standard military style rifle where you have the more standard rear sight and definitely the standard front sight, or a more specialized rifle with the folding sights. Now, these folding sights go a little bit further in the fact that when they're folded, you actually have the low profile pistol sights on there as well. When you fold those down, you still have sights on there, they're just really low profile. Or again, you can take them off completely and have a bare rail so you can put optics on there with no iron sights whatsoever. Not really a drawback with the G&G, you can remove the rear sight, and most optics, the A-frame front sight post isn't gonna interfere with. When you have a magnified optic, you're not even gonna see that front sight post. And when you have a standard red dot optic, generally the red dot's not gonna interfere with it because it'll be either right around the tip of the front sight post or a little bit off to the side. And generally, once you have that dot on your target, when you have a red dot sighted in properly, you know it's gonna hit regardless of the front sight post is in the way or not. Now, the Valken has a more standard free float tube with just the holes in it in between the rails. It does have the quad rail. The G&G has the slotted quad rail, so it's a little more weight reduction, not by much, but it still gives it a little bit lighter feeling. Now, both of these are polymer construction, so they're still lightweight already. And again, that's good for beginners because you can run around with it all day, you're not gonna get tired out, you can go out and just focus on having fun in the sport. So both, again, lightweight rifles, but you do have a little bit more weight reduction on the G&G with the rail system of the way it is. You have pretty standard looking 6-position stocks on the back. The Valken is a little bit more specialized looking, kind of more of the skeletonized grouping in the back as opposed to the standard crane stock on the G&G. But the G&G does come with the sling mount on the buffer tube right here. Now, it's not ambidextrous, but it does give you a sling mount already. So that added to it, you know, you already have a place to attach your sling. Now, it's not saying that that's a bad thing. You can have a standard sling on your Valken. You do have these slots on the top where you can kind of put a sling through the tube and have it wrapped around the top. The grips are pretty similar. So you do have pretty nice ergonomic grips that your hands are gonna fit well. You do have the standard safeties. Everything's pretty much standard like a standard rifle would be. Safeties in the right place, the mag release in the right place. Now, they both do come with high capacity magazines. So right out of the box, you can have plenty of rounds to carry around with you on the field. So overall, they're both very good beginner to lower intermediate rifles. If you're looking to get into gameplay and the sport of airsoft and not spend a crazy amount of money, but want to be able to upgrade later on, these are definitely ones you want to look into. They're going to give you a lot of good options you can play around with. They're going to give you that lightweight feeling. You're going to have the quad rails on both, a little bit of options that change on each one that are going to kind of depend on your gameplay or the style you're looking for, the look you're going for, because when it comes to military simulation play, everyone has that look they're going for. Generally, these are going to fall into 2 different looks. You have more standard military look and the more specialized military look. So depending on how you want to look, what you want to do, again, the grips are pretty much the same. Everything else about them is very, very similar to where you won't be able to tell the difference between the two as far as weight, feel, when you're shooting it and whatnot. Now we're gonna go right now and put them through the Chrono and see which one fires better in full auto, semi, the FPS, the rounds per second, all that good stuff. We're gonna check that out right now, so stay tuned. We'll be right back with the results of that. So there you have the shooting quality of both. Again, make sure you check them out if you want to get into some good airsoft guns at a low price for all you beginners out there. Again, we have the G&G CM16L and the Valken Battle Machine Mod L. They both retail for $149.99 and they are both available on airsplat.com right now. And again, make sure you stay tuned for all the great content that we have coming up on our YouTube channel. And in the comments below, make sure you let us know what stuff you want to see reviewed or gone over in the future. Also, check out all of our other social media pages that keep up to date on any giveaways, contests, events that AirSplat has coming up for all of our great fans and buyers.